How the Thunder rolled the T-Wolves last night, but what about those mixtapes fans are putting together of the embellishments from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Is that MVP behavior? Also, Knicks, Pacers, tonight, and Tush, living to be pushed. Another day with Mina Kimes, Lyles Jr., Justin Tinsley, and yes, the return of Michael Smith.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Welcome home, Michael Smith. 451 career appearances, 136 career wins. People always ask me, you're a real one, who has the highest win percentage of all time? Michael Smith does, 30.2. How about that?
Yeah,
and also
right.
the author of this moment in show history.
From your knees. Keep your back straight.
Boston ball. Give it, Boston ball. Give me that. Give me that.
Every time. 20 seconds. You won a show because you danced. You have to live with that.
But Monty still has not forgiven me for that.
I once muted Michael so hard I thought I broke my finger. So we've got stories on stories. But Michael, you've got 10 seconds now to say anything you like.
Oof. Maybe my favorite moment in show history was bringing, I think, my first two kids onto this show.
Yes.
Savannah's 19. She made a birthday yesterday. My daughter and my money go to University of Michigan. Go Blue.
Okay.
Mason is killing it. He's 17, and Maya is on the way to Broadway. She'll be 13 in July. I'm old, Tony. I'm old.
I know, man. I was going to mute
I'm the oldest person on the show.
I'm not muting Maya, brother. I'm not muting the kids. All right. One more thing here to celebrate. Our people getting hardware. Mina Kimes and the NFL Live crew, a well-deserved Emmy. We get the bonus for that. And another of our own. Look at this picture. Jen Latta. 3 Emmys.
Wow.
Huzzah! Big points.
Wow.
On her next show.
Look at that.
But let's go to a first word. Thunder 114, Timberwolves 88. There was a moment right before half when it looked like Minnesota would go in with an 8-point lead. No. OKC turned it then. They found that next gear that they've shown us all year long, and it was a blowout by the end. I want to get your take on this. It's becoming a thing, the story inside the game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the whistles he gets and the mixtapes NBA fans are making of his winces and falls on contact and minimal contact. Last night, SGA, 14 free throws on 13 fouls called. So address that too, whether he's a free throw merchant and embellishing, or whether you think it's smart ball. And then Anthony Edwards in defeat, quote, we'll figure it out, end quote. For the story of game one, around the horn, Lyles Jr.
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards is correct that they can figure it out because there are things that they clearly can fix. One is the turnovers. This Oklahoma City team thrives off of their turnovers. They had 31 points off of them in game one. A lot of their offense is generally generated by the energy that they've got defensively. The other thing, Ant needs to be a little bit more aggressive at the basket. He only took 13 shots. Dante DiVincenzo took the most shots on the Timberwolves. You cannot do that in the Western Conference Finals. And he's also got to take more shots at the basket. I understand Oklahoma City is crowding it, but having one basket at the cup, one attempt, is unacceptable. So yes, there are things here that they can fix. I still lean Oklahoma.
Right, well, I wanted to say, that was a lot of Minnesota from your view of this game last night. Mina Kimes, I'm going to ask you what you learned last night.
The story of the game was the Thunder's defense. This was the best defensive team in the regular season. They've been even better statistically in the postseason, and they were absolutely magnificent. In the first half, SGA and Jalen Williams were 4 for 21. They were only down 4 points, the Thunder, explicitly because of defense. In fact, 18 of those 44 points came off of turnovers. I do think they can keep that rate up because it's something that they have been doing so consistently, Harry. That said, this is not over because the Wolves had a ton of open threes, in part due to the Thunder's strategy of packing the paint, and they just missed them. This is a good three-point shooting team. I don't think they're going to be as bad moving forward.
Justin Tinsley, around the horn to you.
Yeah, so I'm going to focus on Anthony Edwards' comments after the game. He said that he will have a counter for this. But what happens when OKC has a counter for Anthony Edwards' counter? Because we know they will. You know, everybody's been focusing on these turnovers, and as they should. OKC only had 44 points at halftime. Nearly half of those came off turnovers. And when you look at this Timberwolves team, that has been their Achilles heel all postseason. They're averaging 15 turnovers a game. So I'm not necessarily worried about the threes. Those will fall. But if they can't protect the basketball, you can cancel Christmas. And look, this is my last show, so I'm hitting the panic button now.
Whoa, we're not
If they
canceling
don't win
Christmas.
game 2,
Let's keep Christmas where it is for the most part. But I hear what you're saying, but I'm now going to turn attention to Michael Smith. I'm ready for this flaming hot take from Smith. Please, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, hopefully I can live up to that introduction. Listen, I wish I'd have had more Ant-Man. Shout out to Paul Rudd in the fight scene at the end of Avengers Endgame. Likewise, I saw too little Ant-Man last night. Harry, you're spot on. 13 shots. If you're going to go out against the best team in basketball, go out with your big gun firing. Not the rest of these dudes going 15 out of 50 from three-point land. I mean, so listen, something can be simple and easier said than done at the same time. Anthony Edwards simplifying it by saying, hey, we'll figure it out. Yeah, it sounds simple in theory, but Oklahoma City's defense is going to certainly have a lot to say about that. But you got to take more than 13 shots. Don't play into their hands by allowing them to take the ball out of his hands. He's got to get more aggressive. He's got to get into the paint some way, somehow, and live with the results.
I hear what you're saying there. I'm hearing about defense and turnovers and more shots needed for Edwards. What about foul discrepancy or the way SGA plays the whistle, Harry Lyles? I brought it up before. Nobody took the bait, but now I'm going to ask you directly, Harry.
Yeah, look, I saw a lot of people seemingly discovering this for the first time last night. You called it a mixtape. If this was part of his discography, last night was not even his Thriller, okay? Like, he has done so much worse than he did last night. So, look, I understand that people don't love watching that. I don't think he's quite James Harden in his prime in terms of doing that style of basketball. But this is nothing new.
Mike
That's not to say
Smith,
that
you
you
want
can't
to
be
answer
upset
that,
about
please?
it. But
I mean, I don't understand what the problem is. Don't knock the hustle. Like, you know all about buying and selling. You can sell it all you want. The officials have to buy it. And if you can't buy a bucket, then find your way to the free throw line and get points
There
that
are
way.
some
Props
making
to
the
him.
argument
Answer the
tonight
honestly.
they're going to announce the MVP. Is this behavior becoming of an MVP, Justin Tinsley?
I mean, shoot, we just mentioned Harden. He won an MVP doing it, so why can't SGA do it?
About that vote tonight, who you got? Everybody? SGA? Anyone willing to go Jokic? Mina Kimes, first to you.
I'm going to side with our new colleague, Mike Malone, who after the game said SGA is the MVP. That was interesting.
Harry Lyles Jr.
I'm sticking with SGA.
Justin Tinsley.
These votes were counted weeks ago. I'm actually going Joker.
Michael Smith.
SGA ellipses, Joker's still the best player in the world. But SGA will be MVP this year.
We'll move on. Now, FaceTime is one of my favorite parts of the show because we were FaceTime before FaceTime. No offense, iPhones, but that's what we were called. And it's a chance to talk about whatever you like. I never mute a FaceTime. And you don't have to just talk about the show and say nice things. It could be, any shopping cart debate we've had before. We've had serious ones and we've had fun ones. First, to Harry Lyles, FaceTime, please.
Tony, I have wanted to do this show since I was 9 years old. I just wanted to thank my mom, dad, sister, brother, Josh. Thank you for that phone call in 2019. My uncle Carl and Aunt Edith, I'm going to miss your text messages after the show. The rest of my friends and family in Evansville, Indiana, I love you guys. Whitney Medworth, Jessica Smetana, Alex Kirshner, Matt Gilbert, Ferruccio Jaquan, Tababi, Marissa Tayo. I love you guys. My therapist. If you are struggling with mental health, please keep fighting. I am rooting for you. Aaron Solomon and Eric Rydholm, thank you guys for giving me a chance. Tony, thank you for your friendship and support, especially in times when I could not speak for myself. I am forever indebted to this show and you guys, and I promise you, I will continue to pay it forward.
Mina Kimes, FaceTime.
That was beautiful, Harry. I just want to say something about Tony Reali. Everybody always talks about how kind Tony is and how he cares about things bigger than sports. I want to say something else. Tony is the biggest ball knower I have ever met. His ability to talk about literally every sport, whether it's women's basketball, hockey, baseball, or the sport I cover, football, is unparalleled and a testament to both his work and his passion and intelligence. Tony, I just want people to recognize that when they talk about you. Also, the Mariners are winning the World Series this year.
Michael Smith, FaceTime.
Mahalia Jackson saying that if I could help somebody as I travel along, then my living will not be in vain. This show has helped a lot of people. Harry spoke to it a second ago. You guys are an institution. You showed up for people every day at 5 o'clock Eastern. People could count on you. You brighten days. People that you never met, that maybe never got a chance to reach out and express themselves, but I know I speak for them. And I know that this show literally changed the course of my career and therefore changed my life. And this show and this staff and this group has always shown up for me. It was there for me at the most difficult point in my career. You insisted, Tony, that I sit in your chair. And so this show, you know, it will never be forgotten. You guys have a lot to be proud of, and I'm grateful for just being a part of this family.
Justin Tinsley, FaceTime.
Over the last 4 years that I've been on this show, I've been blessed to accomplish a lot of great things, books, podcasts, but most importantly, my beautiful wife, Jade, and my 2 beautiful kids, Huey and Veda. Also going through some tough times with my mother and my grandmother passing away this year, but each step of the way, this show has been there with me. I thank you so much for what you've done for me, not just professionally, but personally as well. And some people may feel that this show lost its way, but I can tell you one thing, this show helped me find mine. And this show helped so many other people find their own way. God bless Around the Horn. God bless anybody and everybody who's ever watched this show and supported this show. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, thank you very much. That was a lot, guys. You know how I feel about you. I just wanted to say, we have Frank Isola, Michelle Steele, Ramona Shelburne. This is our family. Help me with the paper toss, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh! That was the softball arm.